After some of his comments, he said that refs should be post-game interviewed after the games. And I don't think for regular season, whatever. But playoffs, would you like to see some of the refs have post-game interviews to kind of explain some of the stuff that goes on?
I understand where he's coming from, but absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I could not care less about what they got to say.
We got to think about the fact that they also had the hardest job. And
I don't know, I think scoring 30 is harder than refereeing the game, personally.
I think it's hard to maybe, yeah, it is. But when you look at the fact that they have so many calls throughout so many possessions that they have to call, if they called everything, the game will go on forever.
I know. I think his
and there
frustration.
has to be a certain point where we just have to let them play.
I think
They
his
don't let them
frustration
play.
is the exact right. Exactly. They don't let him play, and then this is off the backs of the technical foul that Devin Booker got last night.
Yeah.
And at that point, I understand why he's frustrated. I understand why Devin's about to take that $50,000 fine in order to call out the ref. Because you rewatch that play 100 times, you can't figure out why Devin Booker would get a technical foul. In the grand scheme, they're down by 20, right? So it's not like it changed the momentum of the game. But every time somebody in the public calls out the referees against OKC for like the next 2 weeks, the whistle gets shrunk a little bit. So I wonder, like, if these last couple games of the series, maybe the next series, if OKC's whistle is not as great because somebody else put it on notice. Chris Finch did it. Mike Malone did it. Devin Booker did it. We'll see.
Everybody in the league seems to complain about OKC's whistle, and it's kind of funny. It's warranted. They get away with a lot of flopping on the offensive side of the ball, and also defensively, they allowed to just do whatever. Lou Dort is known as a hacker. He's always been a hacker.
That boy be in the Pentagon.
Not just on the court, but
So, they definitely do have a very friendly whistle for OKC.
I agree with you, Derek. I think some of it is warranted. I still don't think it takes away from the fact that OKC is a lot better than some of these teams that they're playing.
Yeah.
So I don't want any OKC fans to hear this and think that it's an excuse on why y'all winning, because I definitely don't believe it's always that. But when you hear some of the points that some of these guys have made in the past or what they said last night, I mean, if you're not biased, I think you can see it. You know, is it like that every time? Again, is it the reason that they're winning every game? Absolutely not. This team is the best team in the NBA. But, yeah, I can see the frustration, especially when you got to deal with it in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
The regular season is just one night frustration, you move on. But when you know that you got to walk into that, Devin Booker is saying that, he's looking back at plays, and if you put things side to side, kind of the similar plays, 2 different calls, 2 different whistles. And I really understand the technical because in his perspective, he feels like, and I shout out to whoever had the clip, you see Caruso saying, tee him up, and then he does it. And that kind of like...
It's like Caruso's Michael Jordan.
Right. Like, put yourself in that shoe. Like, if you're in a game and you hear a player telling the ref to do something and then they do it, and it's also a play where you like...
Nothing happened.
Yeah. That's a very straight... It's going to tee anybody off.
yeah, and Devin Booker is very adamant saying that he's been in the league for about 11 years now, never said anything. So for him to say it definitely kind of like, it has to be something. And to credit to D Mill's point on just like how hard how hard of a job it is to referee, because another statement he was talking about is just how the game is evolutionized, where the players put the refs in a lot. The players put the refs in a bad spot.
You good.
I need
Pass
some
the
water.
ball if you ain't got it.
The players put the refs in a really tough spots to make a lot of these calls where it is 50-50, and a lot of times it is in the moment, and you can't go back and review it. So I couldn't imagine we asking the refs, how did you deem this call? And it was such an in the moment where it could have really been bang, bang. I think the Devin Booker one is one of it, like it's its own entity. But a lot of these other calls, it's hard to do in the moment.
Yeah, I think that people have talked about this for now, 3 years, as OKC's been good, that one of the reasons it's hard to ref them is because they are so physical on every single play. It's the same thing with Giannis. It's the same thing with Bron and Shaq. They're technically getting fouled on every play, but it's at the ref's discretion of like, am I going to call every time Lou Dort bodies somebody up?
Hey, them Pistons and Magic refs be calling them.
Yeah. They had
Sorry,
one point
Thompson
more-
had 3 fouls in 8 minutes.
They had more fouls than assists in the first half.
Yes, they did, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, back to your original question, no, I don't want to hear a post-game interview, but I do occasionally want to hear why exactly. Like, I can't wait to hear, because somebody's going to have to explain it.
Yes.
What did Devin Booker do to get a technical foul?
I think it also goes back to how they have the post-game reports sometimes, where the refs, they give their summary or whatever, or it'll be the NBA saying this was the correct call. you can't fix any of it. So honestly, just leave it at that.
To y'all saying it's a tough job, it is, no doubt about it. But one thing to go with that is that this is the playoffs, and they bring in the best of the best referees from the regular season.
Yes, they do.
So it's
This is
tough.
his 347th playoff game. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
we
it's
dealing with
crazy.
that type of stuff. So it doesn't take away that the job is hard, but it is the job, and it is something that they've earned the right to be at. So this ain't just any referees in these moments. I think a lot of it is something me and Mike says a lot when we're playing like 2K, and though it's just a video game. I think sometimes even if you are going to lose or you're playing against a team that's better, it's sometimes how you lose. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to lose a basketball game, I want it to be because I'm struggling, I'm making the wrong reads. I don't want it to be because I feel like two different whistles are being called. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's the part of the game where guys like Dillon Brooks and Devin Booker get frustrated. We all know that they understand how good OKC is, how talented they are, but you want to be able to feel like you have some chance in your own wheelhouse or willpower. And if that's taken away, then, you know, because if that's the case, it's like, yeah, we all should just play physical, right? And then next thing you know, you got 8 fouls quick, and you're like, wait, I thought we was playing physical. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see a team try to match OKC in that
For sure.
physicality. Just from the first tip-off, just boom, hit somebody in
Didn't
the
the
mouth. see what
Pacers?
happens.
When y'all say the Pacers did?
Not off the top of mind, but I could be wrong.
I don't feel
Didn't
I
they turn
remember
them
Neesmith
over
and
at least a
Nembhard was
decent amount
definitely
too,
being
though?
physical with Shea.
I don't know if that's being physical though. Just turning them over.
We also don't have a team that has as many defenders, so maybe we'll never see that because you got Caruso, Dort, Dub, Wallace, everybody. Like, yeah.